Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Margie. I like to post shopping hauls, grocery hauls, eating videos, vlogs, and everything in between. If any of that stuff interests you, please don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm almost at 550, which I was at the same in my last video, so I haven't made much progress. I got a few more subscribers, but I'm really excited. So in today's video, this is a video that I have never done before, and I'm like excited and nervous to see how it goes because I've never done it before. So what we're doing is a story time video where, oh, there's Bowser, where I'm gonna be telling you guys about what happened at my summer camp one year when I was probably around 14 or 15 and I kicked a hole in the wall. You guys, I literally kicked a hole in the wall. So grab yourself something to drink or something to eat, just sit back and relax, and we're gonna enjoy this time together. And excuse my cat, he's probably gonna be wandering around in this video quite a bit and knocking stuff down. But I'm just gonna be drinking this kombucha. This is pineapple peach. This one's actually really good, so we're gonna try it now. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get into the story. So first, I just want to give you guys kind of like a little backstory before I get into the actual story. So this is a summer camp that is in Wisconsin. I've been going there since I was like a young kid. Me and my sister used to go there, and then my friend and my cousin also used to go. And I'm like, seriously, we used to go there when we were like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years old-ish, and we kept going until we were about 14 or 15, which this story actually happened when I was 14 or 15. I don't remember the exact age, but it was somewhere around there. So it was just like your basic summer camp for kids. You know, there were kids as young as, I want to say the youngest age you can go is 8, so yeah, so I was probably 8 the first time we went. And then it goes up to like 13 or 14 when you're a camper. And then I believe when you turn 15 or maybe even 14, you get to be what's called like a junior counselor. So you're not a counselor of the actual kids there, but you do help out with stuff that you wouldn't normally do as like a camper, you know? So like you help in the kitchen, like prepare meals. You help other kids like with other stuff. You're like a mini helper for them. So, but you don't get paid. Because when you're a counselor, you do get paid. I believe it was like $300 a week, which is not bad because you're honestly getting paid to like have fun and chill at a summer camp with kids and whatever. So anyway, so this year when we went, I believe we were the junior counselors because I remember helping out. Like we would like peel potatoes and stuff like for the kitchen. It was actually pretty fun, which I know it doesn't really sound fun, but it was. So some of the activities we would do there, just for like the backstory, we would like, you could go kayaking, play archery. There were all sorts of games. We would have like beach time every day after lunch. So we would get to go swimming. There was a lake and stuff. We would have campfires, do all that stuff, play like soccer, volleyball, basketball. It was just a lot of fun activities. There was like a whole craft room where you can make bracelets, necklaces, stuff to take home. There was a game room, which was under the chapel because I forgot to say, this was actually a Christian campground. So I don't remember how our parents found out about it, but they sent us there every year, and we normally went for 1 week. We only went for 2 weeks 1 year. But yeah, so it was a Christian campground, so there was a chapel, and then underneath the chapel, it was like a basement, but it was a whole game room. So it had like, there was like an air hockey table, there was a snack bar where you could like buy snacks. You would bring like small amounts of money, like smaller bills, like quarters and stuff. And then there was this game called, I don't know if it's, we used to call it rug ball, but I think it's also called carpet ball. Well, I'll insert a picture on the screen here. So pretty much what you do is like there's one person on each side, and you set up your balls and you try to get them in the little divot on the bottom. And then whoever gets all the other person's balls in first wins. That was like our favorite game. Bowser. My cat is literally licking my dog's ear and she's growling. This is what I live with. Anyway, so yeah, that was rug ball. That was our favorite game. And then there were also like other little activities and stuff down there that we would do. And it was just really fun. And so at night, you know, we would go down, since it was a Christian campground, we would go down. So there was like, where we would eat, it was like a cafeteria place, right? And then also there was like a big living room type thing in there. I'll try to insert pictures if I can find them. I know I have them somewhere, but I don't know if I'll be able to find them, or I can look on the website. But there was like a big living room thing with, there was like a piano in there, lots and lots of couches and stuff like that. And then downstairs is this area that had a bunch of chairs set up where all the campers, we would go there every night, and after like dinner and activities and stuff, we would go down there and we would sit on the chairs, or we would end up standing, and we would sing these like Christian songs. But it was really fun because there were like dances to them and stuff too. But it was really fun, like singing the songs downstairs. It was actually really fun. Like you would think like Christian songs and dancing doesn't sound fun, but like when you're with your friends and stuff, it was amazing. So gotta take a sip of this. I'm already feeling dry mouth. So in the morning, what our routine would look like is we would wake up. I think it was around 8 or 8:30. So we had cabins, girls and boys obviously separate, and you would be grouped with like your age group. So I was always a little bit younger than my cousin, my sister, and my friends. So I had to like request while signing up to be in their cabin, you know, because otherwise I would probably be put with like a year or two younger of an age group. But it always worked out. I was always with them in the cabin. And the cabins were cool because it was like, so you walk in and it's like a big hallway, right? Leading down. And then on the side, there's rooms. I think it was either 3 or 4 rooms, I'm not sure, but each room had 2 bunk beds, so 4 beds. So it would be bottom, top, and then like on the end of the bunk bed, it was like an area where we could put like clothes, like hair, shower stuff, all that. And then leading down the straight hallway, it was like a big room, like a huge bathroom pretty much, where it just had like a row of sinks and then showers and then separate toilets. So I think there were only 2 showers and 2 toilets. I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty cool because originally when we used to go back in what, like 2000, I don't know, whenever I was 8 years old, the cabins were a lot older, so they got updated, and the old cabins were just like a huge room with like beds all over the floor, no bunk beds, just random like little beds. I think they were twin size beds, and then it had like 2 bathrooms, but it was like old and dingy. So the first year we went after they remodeled was super fun. So, and you guys, I missed this campground so much. Like I actually went to a haunted house last weekend, like this past weekend, and it's not like a haunted house for Halloween, it's like an actual house that's haunted. And I tried to film there, but honestly, nothing like scary or haunted happened. Like there was no activity, so I don't think I'm gonna post that video. Most of the video that I got is just the man who owns the place talking about his stories and like stories of people who have came and stuff that's happened to them. So I don't think I'm gonna post that. But the fun fact about it is when we were on the way there, because it was in Wisconsin and I live in Illinois, I was like, while we were on there, I was like, I wonder how close we are to my old camp. So I Google mapped it and we were like 20 minutes away, like when I looked it up, and I was like, that's so freaking cool. Like I was super excited. And then I was like, I could do a story time on this. So that's why I'm doing this. Also because I've wanted to do a story time, but I haven't, like, I don't have that many fun stories. Honestly, I'm not that fun of a person. But I'm trying to think of stuff that has happened maybe in my past that I could talk about, depending on how you guys like this video. If it doesn't get a lot of views and stuff, I'm probably not going to make another one. But yeah, so where was I? So I was talking about our daily routine, right? So morning we would wake up 8 or 8:30ish, and then we would all go to the chapel, which sucked because we would have like, at first it wasn't a mass. We would go there and I don't remember what we would do. We would talk about like our activities for the day and stuff, with like the camp owner slash director guy. He would like talk about everything we're gonna do for that day, because days were different. Like you wouldn't do the same activities every day. You would switch off depending on like what cabin you're in and stuff like that. So, oh, one of the also really fun activities that we get to do there is the thing called the night walk, where everyone from the campground as like a whole group would go in the woods, because it was like literally in the middle of the forest. The stars there, you guys, were so nice. Like I've never seen stars that look better than they did there. Like they were beautiful. Like the sky was literally like black and the stars were so bright. Oh my god. But anyway, sorry, I'm going off on all these tangents. I'm just trying to get you guys like the full situation, just so you can kind of like picture what this place looked like, and I'll try to insert pictures as well. So we would go on this night walk in the forest, and it was really cool because we would go on this like swampy like ground and like walk around and stuff, and it was just really cool. And you would bring flashlights and put on bug spray and all that, and it was just a really fun time. So we would go to the chapel, talk about our activities for the day, and then after that, we would head down to like the, I don't know what it's called, like dining hall or whatever, and we would all have breakfast. And you guys, the breakfast there, all the meals there were awesome. So it would be like a whole like line set up of like pancakes, eggs, whatever like stuff you want to take, and you just pick whatever. You don't have to take everything, you can take everything. And then there would be like orange juice and like other drinks and stuff. So it was really cool. And my favorite thing to ever eat there was for lunch. I believe it was a lunch entree or dinner, I don't remember. But it was taco salad, and you guys, it was so good. Like, I know taco salad sounds really like whatever, but it was amazing. All right, so we would go there, we would eat breakfast, and then after that, we would go back up to the chapel and have mass, which was probably the worst part of the summer camp, just because like it's boring, and we literally did it every single day. But it wasn't like your typical hour mass, it was shorter. So it was probably like 30-ish minutes or whatever, something like that. So, and then after that, we would go group up with our like cabin, like the people who are in our cabin with our counselor, and we would go and start doing our activities. So we would do whatever activity it was for that day. There were so many different activities, but we would do all that. And then after the activities, I'm pretty sure we had lunchtime. And then after lunch, we would have beach time. And for the beach, you had to like pass this swimming test, which was literally the easiest thing. And you would either get like a green, yellow, or red wristband to like see if you can go all the way in the water and stuff. And it was really cool because you could like wear like a life jacket and swim out to the middle of the lake. And I always did that. And there were like kayaking like competitions and canoeing, like racing and stuff. It was just really fun. And also there was this huge big blue mat that you could like jump off of into the water, which was super fun. So I loved beach time, needless to say. I love swimming. And then beach time, I'm not sure, I think we would like go in our cabins and get ready for like the rest of the day. So we would do, I believe, I don't remember after beach time if we just had like time to relax and do whatever we want, just like walk around the camp, go to the game room, go to the craft room and stuff like that. And then at some point came dinner. I'm not sure if dinner, I'm pretty sure the like free time came after dinner. So there's that. And then after dinner, we would go, like I said, walk around, do whatever we want. Some people would literally like stay in the cabin and hang out, like people who didn't, probably like their parents sent them there and they didn't really want to go. They just wanted to be on their own, like read a book, which is totally fine too. After we like did our activities and like walked around, did whatever we wanted for the night, then we would go down to that room where I told you was under like the dining hall, and we would all go downstairs and sing our songs and dance and do all that. And then that was pretty much it for the night. We would go back to our cabins, shower, just hang out, you know. We didn't really have like a curfew per se. And if you had a cool counselor, they would like stay up with you and like hang out with you and stuff. And so it was really fun. I loved like after dinner, that was probably my favorite time of each day, just because you get to like chill, hang out. You're not on like a scheduled like agenda type thing. You can walk around and literally do whatever you want. And then also a really fun thing that we would have is like we would have competitions sometimes after dinner, I believe. And it was like things like King of the Castle, where it's this game. I'll try to Google it and put a picture here if I can. So essentially it's like these little like balls on the floor, kind of like that you like run on. You know, like those balls that are like, it's not a ball, it's like a half circle, and you like can pop it in and it'll like pop out, you know, when you put it down. It was that. So you like, one side, there's like an opponent on each side. So you run, you start, no worry. Both of you start at the end, and then you like meet in the middle, and then you grab hands. So you grab hands and you try to like knock each other off of the little balls. It was really fun. So that's one of the activities we did. And then like another one we would do as like a whole camp, everyone collectively, we would play like volleyball with like water balloons and like get them over the net, and it was really fun too. So just stuff like that. We would have like soccer tournaments, like the whole campground versus just like your cabin for the daily activities. But yeah, so it was just really fun. So I just wanted to give you guys a little like heads up of what it was first before I go into the actual story. So just a little backstory. And it was really fun, you guys. Like I missed that camp more than anything. Like every year, like I would count down the days until we would go to camp. Like I was insane. I was that person who the day we got home, I was already counting down till the next year. Take a sip of my drink. All right, so now let's get into the actual story. So it was one day where it was a rainy day, I remember. That's why this actually happened. So for our activities, I'm pretty sure they were canceled for the day. I remember it was around lunchtime that this happened, so we either just had lunch or we were going to lunch after this activity. But down in the place under the dining hall where I told you guys about, where we had all the chairs and stuff, so it was raining that day, right? So we didn't do any outdoor activities like we normally would. So instead, everyone from the campground went down there and we watched a movie, and I believe it was Lion King, if I remember correctly. I'm not positive, but so we were all just sitting down there, you know, watching the movie and stuff. And down there, it was very, it was pretty spooky, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that place was haunted because it was really creepy. And there were like old bathrooms down there that like used to be used like back when, before they remodeled all the cabins and stuff. And like those bathrooms literally gave me such creepy vibes. Like even to this day, like if I went there, I'm sure I'd be creeped out. But those bathrooms, so this is where the story's going. So I didn't want to use those bathrooms. I don't even remember if they were like usable anymore, like if they were even in service, like if the toilets worked and stuff. There were showers in there too, and it was like super, super creepy, like really creepy. So I didn't want to use the bathroom down there, but I really had to use the bathroom during this movie, right? So I had this friend and she went with me upstairs because right upstairs was like that living room area that I talked about, where there was like the couch, and that like area led right into like the kitchen where they would make all the food and stuff back there. So it was just one big room with like the dining hall, the living room area with all the couches, the piano, and then the kitchen was like back in the back, you know? So I went up there because there was a bathroom up there and it was just like a single stall, right? And it was like right next, like the kitchen started here, right? The door, and then right here was the bathroom door. So I went to use the bathroom first. My friend actually went to use the bathroom as well. And I don't remember why she was taking so long. Maybe she was going number 2, but because she was in there for a hot minute, you guys. And so I was standing out there waiting for her because I didn't want to go down there without her. We were gonna like wait for each other, right? So I'm pretty sure I peed first and then she went in. And I was standing out there waiting, and I was like 14 or 15, right? And when you're that age, you kind of do stupid stuff. So I was standing and I was leaning, because it was like a hallway. So there was like a wall here and the door here, and I was leaning on the back of, like across the door from the bathroom, just like on the wall. And so I started leaning on the back of the wall. And then I like put my foot on the wall, just one foot, right? And then the other foot was planted on the ground, but I had one foot on the wall, just not that high up. Probably like if the ground was here, my foot was probably like if the ground was here, right? Then my foot was probably like somewhere this high, right? And I just had my foot on there, you know, I was wearing shoes, and I just started like pushing on this wall with my foot, right? And I noticed that like the wall was like really, really squishy. You guys, I'm having flashbacks to this moment. I was literally so stupid. But the wall was literally like squishy. So what ended up happening is we ended up finding out that the wall was like rotting a bit from the bathroom or something. Like there was a leak in the wall, so that's why that's why it was squishy. So we ended up finding that out later. But so I was just bored waiting for my friend who was taking what seemed like forever in the bathroom, and I started kicking this wall. And I wasn't like kicking it, I was just had my foot on there, right? And I felt the squishiness, so I just kept putting my foot like deeper, like harder into the wall, because I was like, why is it squishy, right? So I kept doing that, and then bam, all of a sudden this huge hole comes literally comes into the wall, comes out of the wall. And I was like, holy shit, like what did I just do? And I was like so scared and embarrassed and everything you would feel if you literally kicked a hole in the wall at your summer camp. Like I was like, what did I just do? And my friend came out of the bathroom, and she was like, what was that? Like I heard something through the bathroom. And I was like, and I went in the bathroom after she came out and I checked to see if you could see the hole in the wall on the other side. But I don't think it came through. There was like a little, you know, like a little cabinet like under the sink, which is where, so I don't remember if the hole was like if you could see it when you opened the cabinet or if it just went through like the first layer of the wall. I don't really remember that much, but so she came out and she was like, what the hell did you do? And I was like, girl, I don't know. Like I was just pushing on the wall because I felt this soft spot and I was bored waiting for you. And I guess I pushed too hard in one spot and it made a hole. And I was like, you guys, I was terrified because I was probably 14 or 15, like I said. And I was like, well, no one's up here. Everyone is literally downstairs right now watching this movie. So, and people were going up to use the bathroom like pretty frequently, you know, nobody was using the bathroom, the creepy one downstairs. So I was like, okay, like, let's just go downstairs, act normal, like nothing happened, like don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone what happened. So we just went downstairs like normal, right? Finished the movie, while mind you, this whole time I'm like thinking in my mind, like, oh my God, what if there's like a secret camera somewhere or like something happened, you know? Where like someone saw me and they were like somewhere maybe in the kitchen or in like the little living room area. Like I was scared, you guys. I was terrified because I was like, somebody might have seen me and I don't know what's gonna happen. So fast forward, the movie's over and then we go to dinner later that night. And we normally would eat dinner outside if it was nice, but since it was rainy, we ate dinner in like the dining hall, which normally we did not. But so we ate dinner, right? And I can't remember if it was before dinner or after, but I'm pretty sure it was after because I remember we were all sitting already. And yeah, it was definitely after. So we were all sitting and we would sit with like everyone who we were friends with. Like you don't have to sit with just your cabin during dinner or lunch or breakfast. You can sit with whoever you want. And so me, my sister, my cousin, my friends, all of us were sitting at our dinner table, just like relaxing while talking and stuff. I was not relaxed though, because in my head I'm like, shit, like someone is gonna see it and say something. And lo and behold, you guys, the camp director, the camp owner, he makes announcements like after dinner, just for like the plans for the rest of the day, especially if it's raining because our plans may be different, you know. So I'm pretty sure that day he just said like, okay, let's just go like in the game room, stuff like that, like the craft room, hang out in your cabins, do whatever you want, hang out in this living room up here, do whatever you want, right? Okay, before I actually tell you, so one thing that we do at this campground that I also forgot to mention in the beginning is that on Fridays, we would have what's called a discoteca. So it's like a school dance type thing, you know, where everyone goes to this dance, like they wear cuter outfits and they play like good music and it's just a really fun time. So that always is set to happen on Friday nights. And I don't remember if this hole in the wall incident happened on Wednesday or Thursday, but it was one of those two. So keep that in mind. So he's like talking, telling us all the activities we can do for the rest of the night since dinner's over and whatnot. And then he's like, I have something to say to you guys. And I was like, fuck, like I knew deep in my heart, like my heart sank to my butt, you guys. Like I felt it. I was like, this is it. Like they're gonna send me home. They're gonna call my mom to come pick me up. Like I'm never gonna be able to come back here, like stuff like that, you know? Cause I was like, oh my God, like what is actually gonna happen? So at this point, by the way, I had told all my friends, like my sister, my cousin, everyone knew what I did, but I told them like, do not tell anyone outside of our group, right? And we had this friend, Tommy, and so it was really funny because the camp director started saying what had happened. He's like, I noticed a hole in the wall, a pretty big hole in the wall by the bathrooms up here. And I don't know who did this. I don't know when it happened. It was brought to my attention and I'm asking you guys to come forward. Whoever made this hole, like please come forward, right? And I was literally, my face was probably so red because my face gets red when I'm embarrassed, like when I'm scared, like nervous, all that stuff. And my friend Tommy started busting out laughing. Like he was cracking up so hard and it was so hard for me not to laugh too, but like it was really funny. And I remember this so clear, like he was dying, like he was sitting there dying and everyone else was like, what the hell, like, you know? So naturally, because of his reaction, the camp counselor had thought it was him. And he's like, if nobody comes forward by the time we're supposed to have our dance Friday night, the dance is canceled. And I was like, oh my God, like, that sucks because that's something we all really look forward to. It's a really fun time. And I was like, I don't want to be the one to ruin it for everyone. So I was like, so I'm going to come forward. So I I believe it was later that day because I wanted to get this off my mind, you know, like it was weighing heavy on my shoulders. I just wanted to get it over with and tell him what happened. And so down below in that basement area where we would like sing and dance, there was like a hallway that led to his like office. Like he had an office there with all his paperwork and stuff, everything he needed. And so I went down there, I knocked on the door and he let me in. And then I was like, hey, like I need to talk to you about something, like, and he's like, all right, what's wrong? Like, come sit down. And so I just straight up told him, I was like, we heard what you said earlier in the dining hall after dinner, and I just want to let you know that I'm so sorry, but I'm the one who made that hole in the wall. And he's like, no way. He's like, I don't believe you would do that. And I was like, it was an accident, like a complete accident. And I tried to like show him and like tell him, like he was like, can you show me how it happened? So he took me upstairs to where it happened. And I was like so stressed. And I was like, yeah, so I was leaning back on the wall like this, and I had my foot on the wall here, and there was like a really soft spot. And I was waiting for my friend in the bathroom, and I just kept having my foot on there and adding more pressure and pressure because I was like, I don't know, intrigued by a soft spot on the wall. And he was like looking, and he's like, okay, it looks like the wall was wet or like damaged, something happened. He's like, but I still don't believe that you're the one who did this. And I was like, it was me, like, why don't you believe me? He's like, because your friend Tommy was laughing so hard when I said something about this during dinner. And I was like, yeah, he's laughing because I told him I did it. Like, I told all my friends that I did it. And he's like, I just don't believe you. Like, I don't believe you that you did it. And I'm like, I swear on everything, I am the one who made that hole. Like, don't believe, just because he was laughing doesn't mean he did it. He's laughing because he knows I did it, and I was probably super stressed in my mind, which I was. And he's like, okay, like if you say you did it, then I'm gonna have to call your mom and let her know what happened. And I was like, oh my God, like I was terrified. But he ended up calling my mom. And I don't remember exactly, I think he just told her what had happened. Like, hey, just wanna let you know your daughter made a hole in the wall, and I don't think anything happened. I don't think she had to pay for any damages. I don't remember. Like, she wasn't gonna have to come pick me up or anything. I think he just wanted to let her know what happened. But anyway, I was still freaking terrified. But yeah, so essentially that's what happened in this story. And I'm really happy that I didn't end up having to go home, or like my mom didn't have to pay for any damages or anything, because the wall was like rotting or like leaking somewhere in there. So I was fine on that end. And we ended up still having the little dance, the discoteca, so I was really happy. I don't remember if he ended up telling the whole campground who did it or what happened. I really don't remember that, but thankfully he ended up believing me and he didn't get my friend in trouble, because that would have sucked just because he was laughing, you know. But so yeah, that is my first official story time on this YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was really freaking funny. Like, I wish I could go to the campground and see what that wall looks like now, if they like patched it up, which I know they did. But I wonder if they like redid the whole wall, or if you can still see like where the patch is right now, because it was just hilarious. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Let me know if you guys are interested in more story times like this. I'll try to think of some. Like, I know I have stories from the past, I just need to like think of them. But so if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And don't forget to turn on your post notification bell and comment something down below. Like, what was your favorite part of this story? Which is probably me kicking the hole in the wall, but okay guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!